Every Tesla owner eventually asks the same question: how long will my battery actually last? Not the warranty number, not the marketing claim. I mean, in the real world, 10 years, 15 years, 500,000 miles or more. Because here's the truth. Your Tesla battery is not designed to die early. It's not weak, it's not fragile, and it's not a ticking time bomb. What kills Tesla batteries is simple: bad habits. Habits most owners don't even know they're doing. But what if I told you there's one weekly habit, just one, that can extend your battery's life dramatically, stop early degradation, restore lost efficiency, and keep your battery running like new for hundreds of thousands of miles? This is the same habit used by high-mileage Tesla owners with over 300,000, 400,000, even 700,000 miles on their original packs. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what it is, why it works, and how you can start doing it today. Let's get into it. The problem Tesla owners never see coming: Tesla batteries don't die overnight. They die slowly, quietly, because of something almost nobody talks about: cell imbalance. Your battery isn't one giant brick. It's thousands of tiny cells working together. Over time, those cells drift apart. Some hold more energy, some hold less. When that imbalance grows, your Tesla loses range, charges slower, gets hotter, reduces regen, becomes less efficient, and eventually loses usable capacity. Here's the scary part: none of this shows up as an error message. Your battery health looks fine on the screen, while the real degradation is happening behind the scenes. But there's a way to fight this. The weekly habit that saves Tesla batteries. Once a week, you should perform something called a battery conditioning cycle. Not a full discharge, not a deep drain, not a 100% charge, not a BMS reset. This is a controlled mid-range balancing cycle that keeps your pack stable and healthy. It works because it reduces voltage drift, resyncs cell groups, smooths thermal behavior, allows the BMS to recalibrate, reduces early lithium plating, and slows long-term degradation. High-mileage Tesla owners do this constantly. Tesla engineers know this works. Battery experts swear by it. So why doesn't Tesla tell you? Because it requires habit, and Tesla wants ownership to be effortless. But effortless doesn't give you 500,000 miles. This does. How to do the weekly battery conditioning cycle. It's extremely simple. Here's the exact routine. Step 1. Charge to around 70 to 80%. This is your normal daily charge limit anyway. Your battery prefers mid-range voltage. It's healthy, cool, and stable here. Step 2. Drive down to 20 to 30% once a week. Not every day, not every few days, just once a week. This puts your battery in the perfect range for mid-range balancing. Why 20 to 30%? Because the voltage curve is most stable here. The BMS can see cell imbalance clearly. Thermal stress is minimal. Lithium movement is slow and predictable. This is the sweet spot of battery chemistry. Step 3. Let the car rest for 1 to 2 hours. This is the part 99% of owners skip. Don't plug in. Don't precondition. Don't drive. Just let the battery sit quietly. What happens in those 1 to 2 hours? Cells equalize voltages, stabilize the BMS, does micro adjustments, the pack balances internally. This is where the magic happens. Step 4. Charge back to your normal level. Plug back in and charge to your typical limit, 70 to 80%. Your battery now. Science starts the week balanced, runs cooler, holds voltage more evenly, accepts charge more efficiently, and stays healthier long-term. That's it. Once a week. 30 minutes of driving and 1 to 2 hours of resting. Your battery will thank you for the next decade. Why this works. The science simplified. Let's break down what's happening inside your battery. Your pack is made of thousands of 2170 or 18650 lithium-ion cells, grouped into modules, controlled by a BMS that measures voltage, temperature, and current. But here's the catch. The BMS cannot perfectly measure every cell in real time. It uses mathematical models to estimate. Over weeks and months, as tiny voltage mismatches grow, some cells overcharge, some undercharge, some heat up more, some cool down faster. This imbalance is what kills range. The weekly conditioning cycle does three things. 1. Equalization. Cells relax when sitting at low-mid voltage. This is where they naturally drift back toward each other. 2. BMS recalibration. The BMS finally sees real cell behavior and corrects its internal estimates. This improves range accuracy, region availability, supercharging speed, throttle response. 3. Chemistry stabilization. Lithium plating, one of the biggest killers of EV batteries, usually happens at high charge, low temperature, long sitting times. Your weekly cycle forces the battery into the perfect chemical environment where lithium ions stay evenly distributed. That's why high-mileage fleet Teslas swear by this technique. How often should you do it? Once a week is perfect. Twice a month is still good. Once a month is the minimum. If you drive daily, it will happen naturally. If you mostly charge at home and drive short distances, doing this manually becomes extremely important. The benefits you'll notice immediately. Owners who start doing this weekly routine report huge improvements. Here's what you'll see. 1. Stronger regen. Unbalanced packs lose regen faster, especially in winter. A balanced pack regains full regen more often. 2. More consistent range. Your displayed miles stop bouncing. Your range estimate becomes way more accurate. 3. Faster supercharging. Superchargers rely on tight cell voltage matching. Balanced packs charge faster at every station. 4. Lower battery temperature. Unbalanced packs heat up more during acceleration, charging, and regen. Balancing reduces internal resistance, leads to cooler battery. 5. Less calendar aging. Sitting at high voltage accelerates chemical aging. Your weekly cycle pulls the cells back into a safer range. 6. Higher resale value. Buyers will always choose the car with lower degradation, smoother charging, stronger regen, better cold weather performance. This weekly habit gives you all of that. The hidden reason Tesla doesn't talk about this. Tesla wants ownership to feel effortless, simple, automatic, no thought required. If Tesla publicly said to extend your battery life, you regularly cycle between 20 to 80%, thousands of people would complain. That's too complicated. I don't want to manage my battery. EVs shouldn't need this. So Tesla stays quiet. Instead, they rely on the BMS to do its best. But even the best BMS in the world cannot prevent imbalance forever. This weekly routine is the difference between a battery that lasts 150,000 miles and a battery that lasts 500,000 miles or more. What not to do. These habits do damage the battery. If you want your battery to last a long time, avoid these. Charging to 100% daily, letting your car sit full overnight, deep discharging below 10% frequently, fast charging on a cold battery, parking in heat with a full battery, supercharging multiple times a week, driving aggressively on a hot pack. None of these will instantly kill your battery, but they accelerate wear. Your weekly cycle cleans up the damage from these habits. When you should skip the weekly cycle. There are a few cases where this routine isn't needed. If you already drive 200 plus miles a week, if you supercharge regularly because of natural cycling, if your charge limit is already below 80%, if you live somewhere extremely hot, in those cases, you're naturally cycling enough. But for 70% of Tesla owners, this weekly habit is the key to long battery life. Real-world proof. High-mileage Teslas. The highest mileage Teslas in the world. Cars with 300,000 miles, 450,000 miles, 542,000 miles, and the record 750,000 plus miles all follow some version of this conditioning cycle. Not one of these high-mile batteries was charged to 100% daily, stayed in the upper voltage range, relied on just plug it in and forget. They all followed controlled cycling. That's the secret. That's the pattern. That's the difference. Final message. Your Tesla battery has the potential to outlast almost every engine on the road today. Your pack is strong, your chemistry is advanced, your cooling system is brilliant, your BMS is one of the best in the world, but even the best system needs the right habits. And this weekly practice, this simple 20% aero rest aero recharge routine, is the single most effective thing you can do to keep your battery healthy for 10 years, 15 years, maybe even 20 years. Do this once a week, and your battery won't just last. It will stay strong, stable, and reliable for 500,000 miles or more.